Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to our 1v1 on Taranto Coatline. We're off here in the south. We got Sir John Harrington himself fighting here for America, freedom, democracy, and liberty. Here with special operations forming up here with the 45th Infantry Division moving in to clear out the Germans in the hills. In the other end, we got here MightyMouse fighting for the Deutsches Afrika Korps zu Vaterland. Here with the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Straight into a bike Panzergrenadier start here. So he is rapidly setting out here with a slightly motorized start. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters. Their continued and generous support of Propagandacast allows me to keep making all these videos. So big thanks there. And big thanks as well there to all the people who keep commenting, liking the videos. Helps out immensely getting the video out to more people via the YouTube algorithms. So, Weasel rushing forwards here. The Weasel, for those unawares of this vehicle, was a fully tracked vehicle initially intended for special operations units, but would sort of slowly find its way out to frontline units as they kind of liked it. In particular, in areas where the Jeep couldn't go, the Weasel was a very good substitute. So, little fun fact there. Panzergrenadiers moving forwards here for MightyMouse up north at bike busy as well there. In the south, we got the Panzerpionier moving about. The 90th Panzergrenadier Division was actually a bit of a unique division in that while, you know, it was a Panzergrenadier Division, meaning it wasn't actually really meant to have, like, a lot of panzers, if any. It couldn't actually get enough assault guns, so it actually ended up having Panzer IVs, amongst other things, in this assault gun unit, or Panzer Battalion technically, and, you know, but also a mix of Italian assault guns, so little fun fact there. More Panzergrenadiers here for MightyMouse. We got the Weasel there as the advancing Panzergrenadiers. More Riflemen here for John Harrington there, as his Weasel is getting, well, quite frankly, blanketed there with K9TK5. The Panzers in hot pursuit there. Alright, men, we need to catch that Weasel. Weasel? You're not a vehicle, not an actual Weasel. Oh, thank God.
Riflemen are ready.
North here. Cartridge on the ground on the point. More Riflemen out here for Sir John Harrington, and very early grenades, obviously, versus the DAK. Early grenades are very good. 250 half-track, spike, whatever. They have a lot of light vehicles. Having access to the snares is typically very good in a lot of circumstances. You typically may want to go for a bit more infantry for that. But either way, though, good choice here by Sir John Harrington. Panzerpionier being assailed here. We've got Panzers up to assist here. Shots fired here. SGIs push up across the hill here into German waiting troops here. Grenades researched, but obviously against that many Germans at that range, trying to pop a grenade is going to be a bit of a tall order. Meanwhile, west side here, Panzers moving about here. Weasel there, equipped with a 30 cal in the back, quickly occupying a nice little house here and coming under fire from the Weasel. In the south here, Rav Squad there, and back here, Panzers at the ready there from MightyMouse. My God, Otto, it's a Weasel with a machine gun. What's there? Not an actual Weasel with a machine gun. It's an American light vehicle with a machine gun. Oh my God, thank God. Anyways, Panzers there as the Weasel as it quickly moves about, digging in there with the Panzerpionier around the center. Closing in the south here, Rav Squad trying to threaten here the munitions point of MightyMouse. Guessing more Riflemen soon enough for him. Oh no, it's going to be a fast infantry support center. So fairly infantry light opening here from Sir John Harrington and the 45th Infantry here versus the Germans up north here. Weasel going for the bike. We got Panzers nearby, but bike needs to bait the Weasel into the range of fire there. And even then it could still go down there. We go, shots fired. Weasel achieving that chance one here. Trying to bait its exposed to rearmor here on the Weasel as the Panzers at the building. Interesting move here by MightyMouse, but at the same time definitely makes sense. I like the attempt here. Meanwhile, though, Sir John Harrington further pushing up to the front line close to the German base. We do get another Rav Squad here. And we got the light support company up here for MightyMouse and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. We got the Rav Squads, the Panzergrenadiers, and the Panzerpionier. As the front line is definitely looking fairly messy here. Weasel going up behind here. The German line's going to go straight for the vital points. Meanwhile, fighting here close to the base continues. And there go grenade off. Several Panzergrenadiers down as fragmentation just shreds them. We got the flak feeling up there, but the fire support elements, not quite a flak feeling yet. Meanwhile, bike going for the Weasel here. Try and take it out before it can fully repair here. MightyMouse and his bike goes in hard in the hunt for the Weasel. Back here, point there, also decaptured. Really hectic start here, not looking good for MightyMouse. So John Harrington is really hitting him hard here on like every point. Over 2 MightyMouse here, no battle group yet for him here. Most of the map is also increasingly becoming American. Panzer Pioneer Panzers ready for a counterattack here to at least prevent the munitions from being fully American here. Burning up there with the Flammenwerfer. We got Panzer catching Rav Squad trying to flank up here. Bike going up here. At least it's got the other sort of large fuel point here on the map. That is something that's at least going in the favor here of MightyMouse. And there you go. The scouts bit the dust. Got the Weasel. Got the Scout. And he's got a fuel point. This isn't going all poorly here for MightyMouse, to be honest. And crucially, he's actually feeling clearly showing signs of being fairly comfortable on the north side of Taranto, which is an exceedingly rare trait in a player to have here. Like, most players tend to be very uncomfortable on the north side of Taranto. So, very interesting trait, and I think also a very good trait to have, obviously, for Taranto. So what will be next? I'm guessing he's going to push for the flak feeling. Yes, indeed. He's going to go for the big guns here versus the Amerikanen. Rifling up and assailing the Panzers from both sides. Back at the base of Sir John Harrington. We do get a motor pull on the way, but it will fall a bit behind here, the flak feeling. Crucially, with MightyMouse denying Sir John Harrington more and more fuel, it might actually be a bit tough here for Sir John Harrington to get out an easy counter to the flak feeling. And we got here Mr. Armored Support choice here for MightyMouse. With vehicle awareness and the superior fire drills. There you go, flak feeling out. Not that one actually benefits from it. That would benefit more from veteran gunners. Fun fact. But there you go, all victory points seized here by Sir John Harrington, further adding the pressure here of MightyMouse and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Flak feeling happening northwards here. Gonna probably try and keep the fuel points safe of GIs. And there you go, Riot Squad there getting the full flak feeling treatment. Panzers coming up here. Now the Riot Squad is going to be the victim of a flak feelinging. Next moment over here. Captain holding up here with the Eastern Victory Point. Riot Squad there holding out against the flak feeling for now. Panzer Pioneering up. Probably pulled back a bit because he realised he was within range of getting snared up, which would obviously be less than ideal if his flak feeling. It might also be because this way he's had a bit more time to catch up the Riot Squad's retreat and fire on them, I think, more easily. So there's several elements there to and consider there and go. And there's actually a chance here that MightyMouse could score a wipe here on Sir John Harrington's rifle squad. Maybe not. Meanwhile, west side here, Panzer continue to fight against the rifle squad, but the west points here. Panzerjäger's out here, grabbing points here outside the base for MightyMouse. And we got the captain now about to get permanently demoted if he encounters the flak feeling. Obviously he's going to be posthumously promoted, but that's the other kind of emotion. The terminal one. Rifle squad here holding up. Motor pool is up and, it's there, but it's not really running because, again, probably not a lot of fuel. We do get some SSF commandos being dispatched here to assist the 45th Infantry Division here. Panzers being pushed up with the rifle squad. Good grenade here. And we got the SSF commanders with the Johnson light machine guns. Invented by Melvin Johnson, who would also invent the Johnson semi-automatic rifle, which would actually compete with the M1 Garand, but a bit late to the party, so it didn't really compete. Riot Squad being handed the flak feeling. SSF commandos charging in there. Going in hard if we got the Riot Squad here being burned and mauled. Mighty score wipe here. Can he actually get a wipe? Yes, he did get a wipe here onto John Harrington. Quite the blow to the Americans. Ambulance of the way there for MightyMouse and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. SSF commandos probably need to reconsider their current positioning as they're going to get hunted down here and could take a lot of damage. Quickly switching over to the bazookas, engaging the flak feeling, which continues just to keep firing at them. It doesn't really care. And in fact, him trying to get off a few more shots could in theory have doomed here the SSF commandos to complete an utter annihilation. But no, they do survive the encounter. Close call though. Flak feeling going out still here. Veterans one already retrieved here. Back at base. We do get a Chaffee on the way there. Very much the anticipated counter here from Sir John Harrington in response to the flak feeling. Meanwhile, though, his infantry are getting perforated here at an incredible pace. Ambulance ready. MightyMouse will definitely need to be ready here for the Chaffee, otherwise it's going to eat up his flak feeling and possibly his other light vehicles. Flak feeling are rapidly repositioning. Got Panzerstorm here, so yeah, probably pushing for the Loiter or the dive bomb. No fast Flammenpanzer 3s here from MightyMouse, tragically. Panzers being forced to got the MD-34 on the squads. And there you go, M24 Chaffee, a light tank out here for Sir John Harrington. And let's pop over to his perspective. But he's definitely a bit short there on units, having suffered a couple of wipes up, plus the Weasel went up in flames. So he's going to have to like work a bit hard here. I imagine he's going to try and do this by just applying more SSF Commandos. Going for a bunch of them is a surprisingly effective strategy there, as they can lay down some pretty heavy fire. They're now fairly tanky after the buff, and then of course add in the survival training, they become even tankier. Camp there leading the charge, SSF Commandos watching as the charge gets turned into a complete and utter massacre of the captain. Ah, the captain went further than anticipated. Yeah, you won the bet, Jim. M20 Chaffee there, got the 250 half-tick down. The Panzers got out of that pretty safely. Commandos rushing forwards here. Flak field, they're turning its 4 20mm guns on them. Chaffee pushing against the flak fielding. Panzers moving up here. Commandos pinned down. Going here for it. Could pop the armor-piercing rounds now. If it's now or never though here for MightyMouse. Didn't pop it. Guess it didn't have the munitions. This definitely helps out the Chaffee get away there. Not great there for MightyMouse, but pretty solid there for Sir John Harrington. Definitely helps compensate for the previous losses here. Oh, was that a mine or was that a grenade here from MightyMouse? Either way, the Chaffee's engine has seen better days. Panzer's pulling up there. Almost got it here. One more hit and that Chaffee's going to go up in flames here. And down it goes. Rather undercutting there his otherwise success there. Up north here, Ravscourt being assailed by countless German infantry units. Map though continues to be a bit of a patchwork. And I imagine Sir John Harrington's next will be another SSF Commander squad. Yes, no?
Commandos are
there we go. More SSF Commandos out here. I would not be surprised if we see 3 of them. I've definitely seen some higher ranked players go for that. Meanwhile, MightyMouse pulling for the Panzer Army Commando. Northern points being seized over the Panzerjägers. So that's 2 SSF Commandos. They probably want a medic tent up here because some of these chaps have definitely seen better days. North heat grenade exchange going on here, clearing up the Germans. Can of course just breach the building. There we go. Alright, Carl, remember to pull the pin this time. There we go. Didn't dodge that one and took a lot of damage. Got the Panzer pinning up here though. And that forces out the Rav squad anyways. Got the second SSF Commander squad here as the Panzergrenadiers, more moving up, Panzerjägers and Panzergrenadiere. Going to be a hefty engagement here for Sir John Harrington's SSF Commandos, and they are rapidly routed. But despite everything, he's exerting very strong map control here versus MightyMouse. There we go. Got the medical station up, providing valuable healing there for his men. We'll have to see what happens next, but a part of me definitely is anticipating some kind of upgrade team, partly because, you know, he probably wants these SSF Commanders to be cheaper to reinforce, but, you know, having them be even tankier is a very strong advantage as well as the game goes on. Meanwhile, 90th Panzergrenadier is advancing versus the 45th. Panzergrenadier setting out. Points being seized. We'll have to see what Sir John Harrington does next. Obviously, at some point, he will have to consider pulling for tanks. For now, he can probably get a fair amount away here on the backs of the SSF Commandos, which stands for Special Service Force. It was a joint American-Canadian Commando Force. There's a little fun side fact there.
Browning automatic rifles requested.
BAR's on the way there for Sir John Harrington. A bit surprised at that. He's only got 2 Rav squads, well, 2 SSF Commandos. I would have anticipated like an upgrade that would benefit all of them, like either cheaper reinforcements or, you know, more health. So, that's not to say, of course, the bar upgrade is bad. Not at all. Not one bit, even remotely, but I do think the 2 SSF Commander squads, he probably wants to prioritize upgrades that also benefits the Commandos and not just the Riflemen. That's just my perspective. But anyway, got the bars up, and of course, that's still going to be a great upgrade. No mistake. Got White Fuzzers off here, we've got Steel Hunt Grenadier here. Meanwhile, finally continues to Camp No and Rav squads are not doing too well. The Panzer Pioneer and the Panzergrenadiers forming up before middle of force here. In the south here, German troops routed by the Willy Pete grenade there. And we got a Panzer though for MightyMouse and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Back at base here, nothing further transpiring.
Commander, we should spend our munitions.
Plenty of munitions, by the way, here from Sir John Harrington. And there we go, we do get the advanced logistics upgrade, very good. And of course, there we go, adding BARs to the weapon, thumbs up. Yeah, with that much like Elite Infantry in general, you really want that upgrade as USF. Routes wurde caught with the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L, and of course, a lot of German infantry supporting set Panzer III Model L as it goes in hard for the fatherland. South here, bit of skirmish in the sky. Commandos pushing forward, so there goes second Commando Squad ambushing the Panzer III, getting off several rocket shots through the side of the Panzer III there. Panzergrenadiers providing support here for the Panzerkampfwagen. And over to MightyMouse perspective again. No further sign of a battle group choice here. SSF Commando Squad routed. And far up north here we do get some Panzers making steady progress here for him. We got an MG34 now for MightyMouse. Which, considering all the SSF Commandos he's up against, is honestly not a bad idea. Need to fix up that Panzerkampfwagen. Oh, that was a demo charge that almost wiped the entire Panzergrenadier squad. Thumbs up to Sir John Harrington there for his demo charge proclivities. We've got a fresh Chaffee out in response to the Panzer III. MD-34 almost done. Continue progress up north. MightyMouse is slowly clawing his way back into the match here after a otherwise very impressive early game from the Americans. Meanwhile, charging the Panzer in the center. More BRs on the way. The grenades here. Panzerjägers taking massive losses. Panzer getting hit. We get straight from runs here. And the Panzer Pioneers were caught repairing it. And they took the full damage and then some, getting utterly wiped here. A massive blow to MightyMouse. That's going to make it significantly hard for him to repair his Panzers. And of course, the Panzerjägers almost got completely eliminated as well. That was quite the strafe there. Route squad pushing forwards, backed up by El Capitano. Route squad there pushed back. MChef moving up here. Engaging the Panzer III. Panzer III gets off a great shot with its 50mm high velocity gun there. Almost taking out the Chaffee there. As for the Model Elements, my major defining feature was in fact the high velocity gun. This was really the first major production model to feature that. There was the Model J1, which is that small full-mode upgrade to the J model of Panzer IIIs, by the way. Captain there getting mauled. Commander seeing hits, the others getting suppressed. There we go. Not a great assault here for Sir John Harrington. His men are getting absolutely demolished here by the German Panzerwaffe. Later models would be the Model M, which was basically the Model L, but with armoured side skirts and additional armour built onto the front of the turret and the hull. Also got a flying up around there. Auto pumping ceased. So yeah. Little fun fact about the Panzer III. There'd be fun with the Model N, which was actually equipped with an entirely different gun. It was this low velocity gun seen as, for example, the Panther IV Command Tank or the Stug D. As those lights attempts like, make the Panzer III a bit more relevant by turning into an infantry support tank. But even that was ultimately scrapped as they just turned all Panzer III production towards Stugs. But anyways, we'll have to see what happens next here. I imagine more Panzer IIIs here for MightyMouse. Of course, he could try eventually going for armored reserves. Then Panzer, there we go, good grenade. So he's going to go for the building. Thumbs up here to Sir John Harrington. Hitting the fuel points, trying to mess here with the German supply lines. Good work there by Sir John Harrington. Of course, MightyMouse continue to do great work up north again. He's really exploring the fact that Sir John Harrington isn't seemingly fully confident, but he's not too inconfident either. I mean, it's not... I think it's also worth noting because he's also being very aggressive, at least on this side. So he's clearly not uncomfortable there either, but clearly has a slight preference towards the south, but he's also more than willing to head north. So this is actually, in this regard, a bit of a rare sight here, because most players, again, I've noticed, tend not to like the north side of Taranto, but when you then get two players who are like, to varying degrees comfortable, if not eager to use the north, you get a very different match, I find. Anyways, route squad packed by the Panzer Pioneer and the Panzer III. Meanwhile, assault here by the Commandos, going straight for the victory point. A fusillade of light machine gun fire here. Overwhelms the Panzer Grenadiers forcing the way here. No mercy. We got, another demo charge here by Sir John Harrington. Thumbs up. South side machine gun moving up. Panzers, they're not in the greatest position, in particular not when the Panzer III actually hits them. Yeah, map control there, swinging hard in the favour of Sir John Harrington once more versus MightyMouse. The victory point advantage certainly tells that story in very good ways. Captain pushing back the Panzerjägers. Panzer III there, Veterans 1 being slowly pushed back. And we got another Panzer III here for MightyMouse and the 90th Panzer Grenadier Division. Panzer V taking hits. Captain there being pushed back. Great shot there on the captain, or the commandos. Also the captain, I guess. They want to upgrade these Panzers with the machine gun as well. Panzer V still at it. Could try, I suppose, use rapid fire at the right time. Don't know if he's going to do it, but he could try for it. And there you go. Both commandos now just get out of there. Meanwhile, another Panzer V is wrapped to support the 90th Panzer Grenadier Division. In the south here, another chaff is heading out. Oh, it's actually the same chaff, he just hadn't repaired it. Still no sign of further take here, though, for Sir John Harrington. And over to Sir John Harrington's perspective. Up north here, Raben going hard for it. Panzer V ripping into them here. Could have been a time here for focus, rapid fire here. We also got whiz-bangs being lined up here, possibly for Sir John Harrington. Second Panzer V moving up, we got the chaff engaging. Round squad then Chob now taking heavy fire from various German sources. As to retreat right past the villa and into Panzer V there. Could see that Round squad got it. And a straight from the MD-34. Got the Round squad. BARs left behind the shrubberies, but the machine gun is about to go down. Engineers going for it, but they're taking fire from the Panzer III. We got a demo charge right here. Chaffee engaging the Panzer III. Panzer III returns the favor on the Chaffee. Other Panzer III pulling back for repairs. Engineers roaming about here. Could go for the whiz-bang. Could go for more Chaffies. It could try and take up. There are plenty of options to pursue for Sir John Harrington. And... oh. He's going... oh, he cancelled apparently advanced logistics. Now he's going for it again. I mean, it does make sense. Again, it is a very good upgrade for him. Particularly if you've got a lot of, you know, infantry, particularly elite ones. Oh, engineers fight. Sir John Harrington is really taking some heavy losses with his infantry, though, here versus MightyMouse. Taking quite a few losses. He's suffered several wipes now here. Panzer V, they're being fixed up. Panzer's MD-34 setting up. Northern points are being seized here. Round squad being hit here by the MD-34. Swinging in from north of the Panzer Kampfwagen line, getting Round squad. Panzer's there being mauled out in the open. And further up north here, another commander squad splits off from the main force to hit the other points here. Another chaff here on the way here. Got the advanced logistics upgrade finally down here. That's definitely going to be a big one there for Sir John Harrington and the 45th Infantry. Commandos sitting up on the side of the Panzer III getting off several good shots. But they're themselves about to get flanked by the Panzer Grenadiers under Gruppe Otto. You know, Panzer III being fixed. There we go. Panzer overcome. Back here, getting reinforced again with the ability there. 19 manpower there per reinforcement. The other one goes down to 22. So there's definitely some savings to be made with this upgrade. Second chaff ready here for Sir John Harrington and the 45th. Panzers are going points. 9 engineers squad out here to replace the ones that did get gunned down with the Germans. As for MightyMouse, might we see more Panzer IIIs? Upgrades? Or, I don't know, armored reserves perhaps? Meanwhile up north here by the victory point, Panzer V goes to the captain. We got 430 versus 202. There's still the BAR left behind there in the shrubberies. Good shots fired there. Panzer moving to the captain as he falls back. SSF commands moving up there. Closing in about 23. At a very steady pace. Panzer V moving forwards, though unsupported. This is a bit risky, honestly, here for MightyMouse. The Chaffies could swarm that one. You know, up north here, fighting continues from the northwestern point here. Exchange of grenades here, perhaps. There we go. Oh, there's a good chance of wipe here. This could be huge here for Sir John Harrington. This could help close the gap between the two in terms of infantry. To give him a bit of an edge up again. There you go. Panzer goes down to 2 men, 1 man. It's poor Heinz then. Heinz goes down. And the machine was dropped as well there. But that said, he can't actually pick them up because his men are fully upgraded. From the south here, engineers creeping about there. Panzer Pioneer digging in there. Looks like MightyMouse will try and grab the machine and give it back. And we got assault operations. Still no further tech here, no upgrades, nothing further here. Perhaps it's going to be a whiz-bang. I mean, there are plenty of paths to take here for John Harrington versus MightyMouse. By the way, MightyMouse is definitely getting more control here of the map and the battlefield. Chaff is swinging hard in the Panzer III. Panzer Pioneer taking fire as the American light tanks go for the Panzer III here. We even got here what appears to be a marked target from the captain, which basically increases the damage inflicted and makes it easy to penetrate. There you go, easily overcoming the Panzer III here. A aggressive push there. Well coordinated there by Sir John Harrington. Crossing their MightyMouse's Panzer III. And looks like it's going to try and swing up behind the Panzer III now. Going for a second round here. Bow maneuver. We got Bazooka Fire going in as well here. We got, what is this? We got a Pack 38 here from the base. Nothing further yet here. Desperate sign, I think, here from him. Oh, he's got another Panzer III out there. He's actually had 3 of them out. He's just down to 2, and he's about to go down to 1 at this rate. There we go. Another Panzer III down here. The 90th Panzergrenadiers Panzer Company, or battalion is taking heavy losses. Quite the blow there. Only just 1 Panzer III from 3. That's totally not confusing at all, by the way. Chaffee racing in. There we go. Seeking a straw here. Going in hard, but he's exposed himself to a lot of fire. I think here's John Harrington in his eagerness to finish off the Panzer III there. Misjudged the situation, and his Chaffee's there against all the various German sources and lost a Chaffee there. Oh dear, he's really lost now. Sending in the second Chaffee here. He's completely overextended. Could lose the second Chaffee, which could completely cut down the advantage he's otherwise just gained. Taking out 2 Panzer III and using 2 Chafees, losing none of them is like pretty good. Almost got the other Panzer III, but still 1 Chaffee for 2 Panzer IIIs is still very good. And of course, he got the 3rd Panzer III. That would have been amazing still. Oh, but he got the half-track and the Pack 38 is left out in the open. The chaos continues. Meanwhile, Sir John Harrington is spraying out the big toys. He's spraying up the whiz-bang. Things are absolutely heating up here with some intense armored skirmishes here across the map. Meanwhile, Chaffee then having new repairs, troop reinforcing healing. We'll have to see what Sir John Harrington goes next for here versus MightyMouse, as MightyMouse is building up. And looks like MightyMouse has had enough. He's bringing in the big guns himself. He's calling upon the armored reserves. Not a bad idea at all, of course. So we'll have to see, of course, what he gets out of that. He's got the Pack 38 at the least back for some reinforcements and healing there. North here, MG-34 Panzers holding up against the SSF Commandos at the ace level there. Other commandos going forwards, whiz-bang advancing as well here. Panzer goes to the Commandos, and the South Panzer going for the point here. Pack 38 setting up. Bit a lot of skirmishing once more. So John Harrington, the 45th Infantry, are making rapid gains here against the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Panzer III being fixed up. We got another on the way there. Cancel the armored reserves, it would appear. So instead to go for more Panzer IIIs. Clearly, there's a bit of uncertainty and hesitancy here by MightyMouse. Does he go for the armored reserves? Does he just keep going for Panzer IIIs? I'd say both are viable options. But they also both have their advantages. And certainly one of the Panzer III's advantages is just like, faster out and less resource set aside for other stuff than just more tanks. I don't blame him going for that. But there you go, Panzer III ready. Good. Could still go for the flank panzer. You could also consider battlefield salvage here, the command tank. Those could provide MightyMouse here versus Sir John Harrington with some valuable tools. Will he ever go for the armed reserves? Will he just keep going for Panzer? There you go, first Panther getting pumped here with Bazooka Fire and the Chaffee. Immense amounts of damage inflicted on the Panzer. And there you go, whiz-bang about to unleash it into the advancing forces of MightyMouse. Huge rockets there, striking into the Panzergrenadiers, the Panzer III, the Panzerjägers. Almost getting wiped out here. A massive barrage. Almost got the Panzer III there. Quite the blow there to MightyMouse and the 90th Panzergrenadier. We got Panzerjägers and Panzer Pioneer moving forwards here. Grenade off here on the M24 Chaffee. Panzer III trying to deal with the flanking captain. The MG-34 Duster as well. And Sir John Harrington not paying attention. Loses his captain. That was a bit of a painful blow. We got a third SSF commander squad out there. I suppose that was inevitable. And he has also researched then the increased durability on them, meaning particularly the ace ones are then going to be extra tough with 135 health there. They're going to be really tanky. Panzers being met here with the 2 commander squads. They're taking a lot of damage. North here pumping seeds for the SSF commandos. Now the Panzer III for MightyMouse and the German army. At this point, he's definitely lost at least, half a platoon's worth of panzers. And that's committed over at this rate, over a platoon's worth of Panzers as well, though. Anyways, championing forwards.
Panzer 3 is awaiting orders.
Another Panzer 3, so he's up to 3 again.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Got those SF commanders working in versus the Panzer 3 there, engaging with a few rockets for the frontal armor. Whiz-bang could soon gratify again. Commanders now being met with full fire here from several sources as the Panzer 3 is let loose. Up north here, commanders hitting the northern point. We got the MD-34, could pop a grenade here, smoke. No, the machine ends up just falling back here in the face of these hardened SF commandos in their completely brazen ways of democracy. Over to Sir John Harrington.
We have 300 points. Confirmed.
Could go for another whiz-bang here soon enough. Or you go for more chaff. He's got to take up there. Go another whiz-bang barrage. Right into once more MightyMouse's forces here, causing that amount of damage on the infantry. Didn't wipe any of them, but his whiz-bang is already veterans who won here. Chaffing up to block here the Panzer III's pursuit. Panzer II gets off a great shot. Meanwhile, commanders being up here, attacking from below here. Going for that Panzer III. Good shot from the rocket. Meanwhile, up north here, Panzer forwards right past the demo charge here. Fortunately for MightyMouse, Sir John Harrington didn't see that.
A victory point is under attack.
Meanwhile, assault comes up north here. Panzer III supported by the Panzer Pioneer going for the Commandos here. Ace level. Going to quick point to a nearby building. In the south side, German assault on the southern victory point. 2 squads of Panzer Grenadiers back to the E-34. We got a strafing on the inbound here on the Germans. If he doesn't pay attention, it could be bloody. And he did pay attention. Close call though. Commandos occupying the building here against the Panzer III. We got rifle grenades here from the grenade launcher. Bernard and Buxer. Panzer III, they almost knocked out the Ace SSF Commandos. Meanwhile, another squad coming up. We're going to try and pursue and flank the Panzer III on his retreat path here. Thumbs up to Sir John Harrington. Oh, and the Ace 11 at Panzer III goes down. Massive blow. Another Panzer III has been left burning by the wayside.
A squad of SSF commandos has taken to the field.
Yeah, the SSF Commandos are incredibly good now. They might have slightly overbuffed them, actually.
SSF, got orders. All right, stop filling those bags. Ready with the knife.
Grab northern points. Whiz-bang engineers moving forwards. Panzer being fixed up. Commandos back to the field here with the Panzers and the MD-34. Good shot from the Panzer and the Chaffee. Pack 38, they're not Panzer III. Charging at the Commanders. They're so low on health here, actually. Whiz-bang on the Pack 38 here. Almost got the Commander squad here again. Yes, he got the wipe. Big blow. The Pack 38 crew does, unsurprisingly, go down to the whiz-bang. And the gun itself also gets annihilated. So, will he keep pushing Panzer IIIs? Will he go for Panzer IVs now? I don't know. And he's also replaced the lost SSF Commanders with even more SSF Commanders. I would not be surprised if he goes for even more SSF Commanders at this point. Meanwhile, the squad here's being hammered. The 2 Panzer IIIs, Panzer Jägers, Panzer Pioneer added. Other squad closing in here. North here, Commandos pushed back by near A-74. Yes, another squad of SSF Commanders here for Sir John Harrington against MightyMouse. Total of 4. And he's certainly helped very much with that just, upgrade there, the advanced logistics, which makes them cheaper to reinforce. It makes it easier to just go for a lot of them and not bleed too aggressively. Here's chaffing 40 around to the Panzer III. Good shot, good shot. There we go. Armoured reserves being unleashed again here by MightyMouse. Will he stick to it this time around? Certainly a Panther 4 could be helpful against all these SSF Commandos, even a Tiger tank, but saving up, I think, for a Tiger tank at the moment is going to be a bit of a tall order for MightyMouse under current circumstances. Not impossible, but it might be asking an awful lot here. We got 272 versus 102 here. MightyMouse is holding on for dear life. His Panther 3 is being mobilized again. Armoured reserves almost done. Meanwhile, so John Harrington with all those SSF Commandos just swing about boldly.
Standing by, Commander.
Panther leaves the Commandos. Armoured reserves right about done here for MightyMouse. So we'll have to see what he goes for, but Panther 4 Tiger tank seems like the most likely picks due to all these SSF Commandos. We'll have to see.
dropped to 300 points. The fight
Tiger Tank, there's going to be an awful long way off as the Panther 4 is going to be much faster. Plus, of course, providing with some assault grenadiers, which could also provide with a bit more bang for his buck in terms of just cutting down his opponent's troops. Just gain map control. So 45th Infantry lining up for another push. We got the Whizbang added again. So John Harrington is definitely looking to get as much value out of it as possible. He paid for it, and he's damn well going to get every bit of usage out of it. Meanwhile, northwest side here, Panzer a mine there laid down by Sir John Harrington previously. Commanders engaging the Panther 3 here, shots going off. In the center, Panzer Grenadiers ace level, pushing forwards here, backed up with the Panther 3s. Chaff is running forwards here, backed up with the Commandos. Grenades being unleashed here. Ace Commandos, they're pushing forwards here. But again, they are really tough. The Flamethrower, though, definitely helps. It absolutely helps.
Enemy at 250 points. They are stubborn.
Trying to take out the Chaffee here.
Enemy forces have captured the
Closing in on a possible Panther 4. Got the other victory point, meaning MightyMouse almost has a triple cap now here on Sir John Harrington. Briefly, but no. Wasn't quite able to manage it. Chaffee going for the Panther 3s again. No rapid fire here from MightyMouse's Panzerkampfwagens. Can soon go for a Panther 4 though, if that is what he so truly desires. Is it what he truly desires? Yep, it is indeed what he desires here, Panzerkampfwagen. I mean, he probably desires a Tiger Tank, but the Panther 4, until then, is a pretty good choice. So there you go, Chaffee withdrawing here, Panzer 3s, Panzer Pioneer moving up. We got 102 here versus 227, Chaffee sort of getting flanked here, Commanders ripping into them. Panther 3 engaging the Chaffee. And there you go, SF Commanders flanked here by the Panther 3, and the Panther 4 is going to be joining in soon as well. Could join with the Assault Grenadiers. Oh, he's not paying attention. There we go, now he is. Assault Grenadiers jumping off here, Panther 4 trench to the Commandos. There we go, heavy damage here, and the Assault Grenadiers with a combined arms bonus definitely get more damage in here. Panzer Pioneer wipe with the Whizbang, but if it gets the Commandos, that's not going to be too painful a blow here to MightyMouse and the 90th Panzer Division. Whizbang there, almost got them. There we go, forcing a drop-off of the rocket port. You're losing the Panther 3, but the Whizbang now just being a regular Sherman is kind of a win here for MightyMouse, considering the amount of damage he did as a Whizbang to his troops. Assault is picking up the bazookas there. He was probably hoping for light machine guns, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Chaffee Commandos going for the Panther 4 here. Assault is providing support here. It's a fierce melee here by the southern victory point, with heavy losses on both sides. But then the Panther 4 does persevere and pull through. Sherman moving forwards here. Up north, another push in the northern victory point. We got an empty Fit 4 in the villa, covering the victory point and then hosing down anything non-German or non-Italian on that point. And he's got another set of bazookas then, the Assault Grenadiers, turning into basically an anti-tank team. And there you go, calling in the Loiter. Still no attempt at Panther 3s. Flamethrower taking the command tank here. But there you go, Loiter's going after the Chaffies. SSF Commanders there, getting more down in the open. Honestly, like, something like command tank, even the Flamethrower tank, could maybe like be an idea to help deal with these chaps, but maybe not. Ooh, something exploded here. Chaffies though dodging the Luftwaffe. You got 100 points versus 207. Meanwhile, another assault by the SSF Commanders, catching a lone Panzer squad. They're trying to make further gains, but instead have to deal with a large assembly of angry Americans and Canadians with guns. Panther 4 this moment was fixed up. He's gone for the emergency repair kit, which of course also makes the Panther 4 tougher. That's another little benefit here for MightyMouse. Back at base here, nothing further happening there for MightyMouse as of yet. Could go for another Panther 3, or I suppose if he's feeling really bold, he could just try and hold up for another Panther 4, or I don't know, a Tiger Tank though. Tiger Tank might still be a tall order, we'll have to see. Commanders launching another assault here, pushing headwards onto the ignition point here in the center. In the south, fresh counterattack here, German Panzerwaffe of the 90th Panzer Division, catching the Commandos, and are definitely showing them who's in commando. Yeah, no attempt at using any of these things, I guess. Commanders, they're being met with the Panther 3 and the Panther 4 here. Still no usage of rapid fire here by MightyMouse and any of his Panzers. At the right time, that could definitely decimate, I think, some of his infantry. We got the Sherman moving forwards here. And at this point, we can see sort of his reliance on the SF commanders starting to hit a bit of a brick wall because they are fairly vulnerable. Like, you just commit them, like, head-on assaults against, like, Panther 4s and to a lesser degree, Panther 3s. Like, you want something further to back them up there. One thing I've seen is if, like, players will go for Hellcats to back up the SF commanders, at which point, regular tanks just can't get enough shots in against the commanders before they then get melted by the Hellcats. So that could be an option to consider here for Sir John Harrington. You just also go for more Shermans, you can go for the Chaffies, but he does need something extra here, I think, to back up the commanders as this match goes on, because otherwise the Panther 3s and the Panther 4 will just, rip them apart. Another Panther 3 here. Machine gun in the villa there, of course, is still proving to be quite handy. Panther 4 northwards. Got those SSF commanders going for the Panzers in. The south mine goes off here. Good mining caused by Sir John Harrington. In fact, let's pop over to his perspective again.
We're down to 200 points.
Chaffee rolling in here. Oh, the demo charge! But it didn't do a lot of damage to the Panther foot. Wasn't quite close enough. Oh, that was a bit lucky and unlucky at the same time. 154 versus 100 points here. The south here, we got the commanders with the Panther 3. They're ace level, by the way. Really impressive work here. Now the Panther 3 ready there for MightyMouse and the German army. Even up north here, another push forwards. Chaffee and Sherman going in. We got the Panther 4 there. They're being assailed. MD-Fed 4 prime support here. Could pop rapid fire here against the Chaffee. Decide it's not worth it. Almost got the Chaffee though. One more shot, one more shot. Can he take it out? No, he doesn't get the shot in. Panther Thieves though might do the trick. Engineers following up here. Panther Thieves moving up. Machine gun though. Ace 11 the Villa though are finding every flaw. They're just getting demolished by the Sherman. Panther Thieves moving to assist here. Commanders looking to block this maneuver in the south. Commanders being scrapped at southern victory point. Engineers in heavy trouble here. We've got 142 versus 96. Engineers eliminated. Sherman here could get swarmed by the Panther Thieves. In particular, the one with the Ace 11 and focus fire could possibly take out the Sherman, honestly. In the south, another push here by MightyMouse in an attempt to gain back the southern victory point. Got strafing run looking to stop this advance here by MightyMouse. Thumbs up here to John Harrington. Even up north here, the Panther Thieves are very cautiously pursuing, but they're not too keen on doing it too fast either. Clearly concerned about mines, the Commandos hiding out. Fortunately, the Commandos end up coming to the Panther Thieves. Grenades being shot in the south here. Panther 4 need repairs, and it's getting slowly repaired here, of course. By its own crew, though. You got 142 versus 81. Chaffee Sherman holding up. And we got a fresh Chaffee out here for Sir John Harrington. Panther 3 there hard at work versus those ace SSF commandos. Panther 3 is being fixed up. Panther 4 is still taking time to repair. Needs Panzer Pioneer something else to speed up those repairs, honestly. And there you go. Commandos rushing forwards again. It's a head-on assault against the positions of MightyMouse. White phosphorus, steel and gunner being chucked in different directions. Casualties piling up here. And the SSF commanders just do not let up. Now, of course, do the Panzer Grenadiers. It's a fierce battle with neither side showing any quarter. Panther 4 being committed here. MightyMouse knows he can't keep waiting for it to be fully repaired. He has to send it to the battle. He has to commit it now, but maybe never. 129 versus 70-70. The fighting continues. Neither side slowing up. Neither side giving up. It is a brutal onslaught. Panther 3's moving up. We got Chaffies, though, on the flanks here that could swarm in there. And MightyMouse is not aware of the dangers it goes to the Commandos. That said, if he gets the wipes here, it might work out anyways. Commandos, though, push back. A lot of units being rushed off here. Meanwhile, Chaffies Sherman their remaining reserve here. Panther 4 almost at C2 here. Still use... Oh, there we go. Chaffies on the move now. Sherman moving in as well here. And there you go. Chaffee's going for the Panther 3 here. Got 116 versus 77. Pushing forward. We got the assaulters with bazookas. There we go. Great shots. Ace Chaffee almost knocked out. Panther 3 flanking the Sherman here. Could go for rapid fire. Engineers, hoping the machine isn't there, are quickly disappointed. as it reveals itself to very much still be present. Panther 3, Panther 4 in pursuit here of Sir John Harrington's armor. And there you go. Engaging them now here. Engineers taking the front of the fighting though, of the firing. Sherman's here. Chaffee going for the isolated Ace Panther 3 there. Sherman takes a lot of hits, but it goes down. Chaffee's get the Ace Panther 3 there. A stinging blow here to MightyMouse. Down to 77 versus the 115 of his opponent. Oh, the fight is not showing much sign of ending anytime soon. So John Harrington carried by a plethora of elite infantry and a mix of whiz-bangs and light tanks, and meanwhile MightyMouse with a mix of panzer grenadiers, assault troops, and of course mixed panzers as well. So it's a bit of a hodgepodge on both sides. The one side with a definite larger quantity of elite infantry. Panzers ripping loose. They enter the advancing horde of SSF commanders there. Bazookas though going off there. We got basically in the course of the Panther 4 here, increasing its action rate of fire. Whiz-bang going up here. There we go. Barrage on the Panthers with point-blank range, going for the shotgun blast approach of CoH3. And they go down. A massive blow here to MightyMouse. A humongous blow. I think he's saving up for another Panther 4 Tiger tank here. He's not going for additional Panther 3s, so either of those two would certainly make sense. Still needs to fix up his panzers, and the lack of panzer pioneers I think continues to be a bit of a headache here for him. 77 versus 85 here. This is certainly quite the brutal fight here, with a lot of heavy losses on both sides.
My panzer crew is ready, Commandant. My crew needs orders.
So we'll soon see what it is he's going for. Will it be a Panther, in which case he's not far away? Again, a Tiger tank, though, will take a bit longer to get, and the question is, can MightyMouse afford to wait that long? Let us see. If he does go for another Panther, actually, I think be one of the few times I've seen like someone go for multiple Panther 4s as the DAK. As the Vanguard, that's significantly easier, but as the DAK, that's definitely a bit more work. And he does go for second Panther 4 here. We do get a second Panther 4 at the Deutsches Afrika Korps. Commandos rousing into the Panzers with their flame from machine gun fire. We got the Panther 4 backing up here. Meanwhile, Chaffee's on the move here, going for hard flank against the positions here of MightyMouse here. And there, going for the Panther 4. Other one moving up to assist here. Need to get the Panther 4 out there soon. Oh dear. Another Panther 4 arriving, but it might be too late. There you go. Panther rushing in, but the Panther 4 is down. The turret is popped off like a jack-in-the-box. Meanwhile, on the west side here, Panzergers and Engineers here. Panther 4 moving up to support here. Panther 3 moving in as well here. Hunting down the Chaffee. Southern Victor Point being grabbed by the SSF commanders. We've got 77 versus 43. Ugh. Engineers push them back. We got the assault grenadiers moving now, trying to, you know, put things to work here. And there you go. Assault grenadiers being met by the whiz-bang volley. Almost taken them out there in one go. The SSF commanders are taking an immense beating here from the Panther 4. Chaffee's going at it. Need to quickly put an end to those Chaffees before they risk taking out his Panther 4. Shots bouncing. It's whiz-bang the target, but for now, the commanders moving in here, making hard here for MightyMouse to focus down those Chaffees as well as like to. But he's got the two northern victory points here. He might get the other one here. Panther 4s, Panther 3s to the Chaffees. Panzer's moving forwards here. Almost got, there we go. One Chaffee down, one to go. Nothing further than the base here. Commanders keep running forward. We've got the assaults moving up here, flanking with the bazookas. They could take out another Chaffee, and it goes down. We got strafing runs on the southern victory point. We got 77 versus 19, going for the whiz-bang with the assault bazooka grenadiers. Troops sending out. We got 77 versus 13, 11. More far than the whiz-bang. We got 9 points left. 7. 5. GG, game over. Hell of a fight there. Hell of a fight. Really impressive work of MightyMouse turning around the game against all of these SSF commanders, because they are, with all the upgrades and veterancy, really tough to deal with. And he did that with the DAK, so quite impressive work there. Of course, it would have helped had, like, you know, he teched up for something else, like, you know, something bigger to support, I think, some of these SSF commanders at times. Just broaden his force a bit. It was a bit narrow. But I think, you know, good play there with MightyMouse. Good folks on the north side. Of course, Sir John Harrington was also active there, so again, thumbs up to both players in this regard. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell friends to the family, but not your enemies. This is Imperial Links, and cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.